I want to ask you to consider something about your sermon preparation, especially, when you're getting to the end of the week. Take a look at your notes if you create some. I mean, if you have to do it off the cuff, that'll be a little more difficult. But just take a look at some of the work you're doing for preparing for the sermon, and ask yourself whether the sermon leans heavy on the exegesis or heavy on the theology. What I'm finding a tendency in my own study, but also with some of the pastors that I'm dealing with in the classroom. I'm finding that the sermons are heavy on the exegesis, the details of what does this word mean, what's the history behind what's going on in the text, the geographic information, cultural information. I'm finding that the sermons are heavier on that, and they're light on the theology. So it appears to me that it's possible that we can have too much exegesis and not enough theology. We're heavy on the exegesis, light on the theology. So what I'm asking you to consider is, take a look at your tendencies, take a look at your material that you create each week, and when you're going down through the material, what are you seeing? What are you finding the majority of the information to be? Is it exegetical data, or is it theology? And of course, that means we have to be clear on what do I mean between the two. The theology part is how the details actually function for the church. The exegesis doesn't necessarily have to function for the church, but the theology does. So look at your sermon material that you're developing and just ask yourself, is there a heavy dose of how the data functions for the church? Is the data directed toward a response from the congregants, a response from the parishioners, so that they actually respond in worship to the revelation of God?